Good evening, everybody. I hope you're having a good Thursday evening. It's September 6th, 2007, and this is a tropical update on Invest 99L in the Atlantic Ocean. Over the last couple days, we've been noticing a potential for tropical or subtropical development off a disturbance off the east coast of the United States, and it has sort of fallen apart over the last day, but within the last hour or two or 3 hours, it is starting to look better with some convection firing near the low-level center, the LLC, and that is sort of promising if you want tropical development. Now, it's not entirely impressive. I mean, it's not really impressive at all right now because the convection is only minuscule, but it will have to be monitored for potential development should the convection continue to increase. And we are approaching what we call the diurnal maximum at this time, which would allow convection to continue to fire and possibly with lessened shear. There's been significant wind shear over the system for the last few days, and with that decreasing, there's the potential for the convection to build back around the center, and then that would allow the system to spin up a little bit more. Now, moving on to the forecast models, some of the forecast models do bring this back to the west with the most recent updates, but there is some suspicion with those, as they could be bringing it back a little bit too far west. The general consensus on the models is to keep this off the coast and a pretty weak system. I think we'll be hard pressed to get this above tropical storm strength. So that's what we're looking at this point, and I am going to take you to some images right now. This is a recent infrared satellite image from Invest 99L, and as you can see, there is some convection continuing to fire near the center, or just beginning to fire around the center, which is a promising sign if you would like tropical development to occur. However, there's going to need to be a much bigger increase in convection around the center for this thing to really get going. This is the GFDL model run from about 2 a.m. this morning. Now, of course, that's an old model run, but I just wanted to show you that as of that model run, there was some pretty good chance. The GFDL was indicating a very good chance of this becoming a pretty strong hurricane. And as you can see, there are hurricane force winds there from DC to Baltimore, but that's becoming a very unlikely scenario at this time. Here are some of the hurricane model tracks where the models are taking the system. And as you can see, there's the GFDL taking it almost right up the DC area, which is it's really unheard of, and even the no-gaps taking it almost over DC proper. Those two scenarios are becoming unlikely at this time, and I think personally that it will skirt the coast, if it even develops, which it may not, and it will just ride up and then go out to sea. So really what this boils down to at this point is it's something to watch, and obviously because the models are predicting that it could come very close to land, it is definitely something to watch, especially if you live in the threatened areas along the East Coast from, say, South Carolina, which is unlikely, all the way up even to Maine if this thing were to take a weird track like that. But it's becoming increasingly unlikely that it will strongly impact the coastline. But of course, you'll want to stay tuned to Kenny Weather Webcasts, which will be coming out as needed, and other information from the National Hurricane Center or your local media provider for the latest on this. Now, if something does happen, we will, of course, update you. But for now, today is September 6, 2007. Thank you for watching my weather webcast.